end of the day, when all of you biatches are talking about the man gotta make more, he gotta step up, it's not right, it's not fair, oh my God, you're poor, you're a bum, crusty, dusty, ashy. We're not gonna settle. No settling. We're not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. Hey, not gonna settle. Got a new song, y'all. Anyway, got it. Settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. Hey, not gonna settle. Oh my God. Settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. Hey, not gonna settle. Oh my God. Oh my God. Settling, not gonna settle. No settling, not gonna settle. No settling, not gonna settle. Hey, not gonna settle. Oh my God. Settling, not gonna settle. No settling, not gonna settle. No settling, not gonna settle. Hey, not gonna settle. Oh my God. Settling, not gonna settle. No settling, not gonna settle. No settling, not gonna settle. Hey, not gonna settle. Oh my God. Settling, not gonna settle. No settling, not gonna settle. No settling, not gonna settle. Hey, not gonna settle. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
You got it on y'all breast, booty, thighs, lips. That's the worm on the hook.
Breast, booty, thighs, lips. That's the worm on the hook, y'all, in case you didn't know. Breast, booty. Breast, booty, thighs. 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 Booty, thighs, lips. Booty, thighs. Booty, thighs, lips. Booty, booty, thighs, lips. Booty, thighs, booty, thighs.
I'm gonna let you know right now, your mama's a hoe. It doesn't matter that that's your mama and what your certain feelings about her. Your mama is a hoe. She's a hoe.
I'm selling coats. I'm selling coats. I'm selling coats.
I beg your pardon?
I'm selling coats. I'm selling coats. I'm selling coats. Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. Nothing I did, nothing I tried, nothing I smoked, nothing I snorted, nothing I drank. No man I did, no one did me. Nothing did me any good. Oh, Lord, even that food I put in my mouth wouldn't help me, Lord.
My man.
I put your pink, my booty hole brown. What a niggas, I'm looking for the hoes. We're playing nigga, come suck a bitch toes. Pound town, just left pound town. Put your pink, my booty hole brown. What a niggas, I'm looking for the hoes. We're playing nigga,
my man.
I put your pink, my booty hole brown. What a niggas, I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing niggas, come suck a bitch.
Just to let you niggas know, we don't need y'all. We want y'all, but we don't need you.
20 years later.
Our black men, we want all y'all back. Because we love you, we see you, kings, and most importantly, we need you. And most importantly, we need you.
And most importantly, we need you.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
The racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Going, you're being a racist! Racist!
We having a show. What are you doing?
We're having a show. Mick said I couldn't help it. I can't help it. If I wanted to, I would have
You
helped
don't just randomly start fucking singing. You don't just you got Tourette's? You got Tourette's? You bought a microphone and got Tourette's?
What? What do you have Tourette's? What?
You just fucking be in the middle of a show and just start singing shit. Soon as I get home from work, and I never die, never let you down. I love you. As long as, cause I'd give you love. Oh, that's that shit. That was that's Babyface. Your bills are covered. Ooh, baby. As soon as I get home from work. That was that shit. Why are you angry? Why you have an angry face? I'm done. I'm closing this shit out, man. Ain't no pleasing these motherfuckers out here.
We're done. We're done. We're finished.
Hold your body. Whatever it is you want from me. Baby, you see, you don't have to say nothing. I know your body was something. And it's easy for me to see that your body's calling me.
You don't think you're hurting people singing?
Who I'm hurting out here? I'm helping you in your funky show. I don't see nothing wrong.
You think you're helping?
A little bump and grind. I don't see nothing wrong.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
No. 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 How no? No. No. I refuse. No.
Flashing lights. You got me baby. Can't keep my eyes on my baby. I want you.
Boy, what the fuck?
Today, we're delighted to be joined by America's top medical and public health professionals as we announce historic steps to confront the crisis of autism. We want to say it like it is. Don't take Tylenol. Don't take it. If you're pregnant, don't take Tylenol. Don't do it. Don't take Tylenol. Don't take it. And don't give Tylenol to your child. Don't take Tylenol. Don't take it. Don't have your baby take Tylenol. Just don't give it. Don't take Tylenol. Don't take it. Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen. Acetaminophen. Acetaminophen. Who the hell knows what it is? So I just want to say acetaminophen is basically Tylenol. Don't take it. Don't ever do it! What's the worst? The worst is nothing can happen. I'm not a doctor, but I'm giving my opinion. Don't take it. If you're pregnant, don't take Tylenol. When you have your baby, don't give your baby Tylenol. Don't do it. There's no downside in not taking it. Don't take Tylenol. It doesn't hurt not to do it. It doesn't hurt. There's no downside. There's no downside at all. It's practically a known fact. Don't take Tylenol. Don't take it. If you're pregnant, don't take Tylenol. Don't do it. Don't take Tylenol. Don't take it. And don't give Tylenol to your child. Don't take Tylenol. Don't take it. Don't have your baby take Tylenol. Just don't give it. Don't take Tylenol. Don't take it. Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen. And you know, I'm a big supporter of vaccines. Big believer in vaccines. I know Bobby and you guys have it out a little bit, but he's a believer in vaccines too. See, Bobby wants to be very careful with what he says, and he should, but I'm not so careful with what I say. You know, I'm just making these statements from me. I'm not making them from these doctors. And by the way, I think I can say that there are certain groups of people that don't take vaccines and don't take any pills that have no autism. Is that a correct statement, by the way?
There are some studies that suggest that, yeah, with the Amish, for example.
The Amish. Yeah, virtually. I heard none. Don't take Tylenol. Don't take it. If you're pregnant, don't take Tylenol. Don't do it. Don't take Tylenol. Don't take it. And don't give Tylenol to your child. Don't take Tylenol. Don't take it. Don't have your baby take Tylenol. Just don't give it. Don't take Tylenol. Don't take it. Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen.
We like free stuff. So we came out here to get all this free stuff. But then the car saying, you can't get the free stuff. What? Cause the people want to take it. And how y'all gonna take some stuff that ain't even yours? It's free.
So I got my 2 baskets and took the bus or whatever.
Wait a damn minute.
We get down here, we get some free stuff.
We're already in a recession. Times are hard. Why not just let us get the items and invest and be okay? We are Black women. We care about our crown. Why not give back to the community and let us get the product? The tools, any other eviction.
Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce. Party with Beyonce. Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Party with Beyonce.
Carry on.
Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce.
Hold up.
Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce. Party with Beyonce. Beyonce.
It's time.
Hey there, besties. Is it Monday? I think it's Monday. Happy Monday, y'all. Shout out to Monday, child. Second show of the day. Of course, I'm not ready because I'm never ready. Testing. Can you hear me? Oh, I hear me. Okay. Shout out to y'all. I see you. I appreciate you. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. What is going on? Hopefully y'all were here earlier today for lunch, child. What a show it was. If you didn't see it, make sure you watch the replay because it was very interesting. Tonight, we got to go over this Black Greek fraternities. What is it called? Tradition or a toxic culture. We're 1 week away from the greatest day of the year. What is that, your birthday? Because 1 week from now, me and CIP will be on the cruise. I cannot wait. I need a break. I need to go. Represent your birthday, and how old will you be if that's what it is? Shout out to Fa up in here. I see you. I appreciate you. Y'all, so Monday, messy Monday, manic Monday, some kind of Monday, child. We got to look at this thing that I found, a documentary or something like that, saying about the hazing in the Black Greek organizations. Now, I know this one is geared specifically to D9, but all the fraternities and sororities allegedly do hazing, even though they're not supposed to. But, you know, it is what it is. They're never going to admit it. 37. Happy early birthday, everybody. Make sure that we wish Reaper a happy birthday in advance. And, of course, we will remember next week. Shout out to you. A whole ass 37. Damn. Babies up in this piece. Babies, I tell ya. Shout out to you in advance, boo. Thank you for everything that you do. But yeah, so, you know, especially if you've gone to a college, and it's probably D9 people here. I know it is. I know you're here. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. Okay. This shit came up on my timeline. I don't even remember how. And I'm like, all right, let's go ahead and take a look at it, because we just had the Caleb, what's his name thing happen. What is it, about 6 months ago, 9 months ago or so? And I got an update on that, which is why probably this other thing came up. So I'm like, all right, let's make sure that we go ahead and cover off on this. Now, excuse me, if you were here yesterday on Sunday, we know what happened yesterday on Sunday. I'm not dealing with that today, y'all. I just need a break. Okay. So rest in peace to all those people, all the people that have to deal with the collateral damage of it all. And I just leave it at that. I'm not doing it today. Sorry. I'm just not in the mood. Okay. Sometimes you just got to protect your own mental. All right. And yesterday was too much, but shout out to FDNHT Trinidad with the games that we had last night. It was like family game night. I think we had a good time, and I'm hoping that we will do that sometime again. Plus now we're going to come up with our own game, because you know what? There's some besties and there are some villagers. Y'all is nasty. Okay. Y'all is nasty. Okay. Yo, I think maybe we'd be learning too much about one another, but all in good fun, all in good fun. At least you would hope so anyway. So let me just say briefly, real quick, because it's not even worth it, but I'm going to go ahead and say that one of the MSGs, shout out to the MSGs that's always looking out. Look at this. See? I hope we can get this together by the weekend, because I think it would be fun before I leave, that we can get that going. But one of the MSGs hollered at me today, and no, it's not Trin, to give me the 411 on an alleged live stream that I'm supposed to give a shit about, which I don't. But they were like, oh, this is how it started off, and this is what was said, and you know, it was bullshit. So I didn't even stay, you know, to hear the rest of it, because it came across, you know, wrong, right? And I'm like, you know, I feel like this particular situation, if you know, you know, if you don't, you don't. I said, I feel like in this particular situation, y'all already know I'm going to take my, I told you, I try to tell ya, shout out to Rolly Roll, that jackass. I try to tell ya moments and take my accolades for them. Cause I'll be telling y'all, I know bitches, okay? Cause I'm going to be out too. All right. And I definitely didn't think that that anyone would acknowledge the wrong. And I didn't think that anybody would ever apologize because, child, if it didn't come within the first 48, shout out to the first 48, then it wasn't going to come. So it's fine because I wasn't expecting it anyway. But if you have eyes and you can see, it's clear as mud what happened and what was going on. And I don't care because I'm not gonna give shine to somebody who can't do shit for me at the end of the day, right? The only person that would benefit is that person, and I ain't got time to be bringing any light onto anybody else to help them grow, I guess is what I'm trying to say, right? So I just say that, like y'all have said, shout out to the MSGs, that women don't apologize. This is proof positive right fucking here that women don't apologize.
Okay, babe, I'm sorry. Simple. You know that I was not, but I never meant to do that, but you never think of my feelings and you do know that I love you, but at the same time you dislike me, what good thing is you? At the same time I get angry and multiple and you don't care, well, but I do forgive you, but at the same time you don't okay, baby, I'm sorry, you gotta think of my feelings, but yeah, I'm sorry.
Now listen, I'm not going to deny that sometimes it do go around the world before it comes out, right? I'm just saying that I knew I wouldn't get any of that. I knew I wouldn't get an acknowledgement, and it's just proof, like I said, that there's really no sisterhood at the end of the day. So to the MSDs, you got to be careful about who is around you, who you bring into your space, and how much information you give out to those people, because they always could be just, I'm not going to say necessarily plotting on you, but, just maybe not being what you might think that they are. You know what I'm saying? Whereas I have MSDs who have been calling and saying, have texting me and everything and saying that this is that and you good and don't worry about this, don't worry about that. And it's like, don't worry, I'm not worried about it at all, child, because we are worried about going forward. So we are going to 50K and beyond, and that is the plan. So I need y'all to make sure that you be here, hit the like button, get into the chat. It's the best chat on YouTube because y'all are half damn crazy, period, point blank, all damn time. Shout out to you, Blade. I will definitely put it on members only. That is a great idea. So share the stream. That's the new thing. Share the stream so they can get out there and other people can see what's what and what's going on, because we are definitely an acquired taste. An acquired taste over here, all right? But we be learning, which is why we're talking about this today. But before we get to it, I got foolishness for y'all. Well, not necessarily foolishness, but let me go back to this, okay? Because it's still up here. Hold on a second, because I didn't get rid of it. But this was the ending. Let me move me. That ain't gonna work. Hold on. All right. So this was the ending to the stream for lunch today. So we watched the shout out to Do Better Podcast, compilation of Kendra G baby moms speaking about how many kids they have and how many baby daddies that they have. And the total just left me completely speechless. I heard from 3 people after that stream was over. And I'm like, I'm just speechless. Not because like I don't, have an idea or a clue, but just that this whole ass number right here. And every single woman in that video should be ashamed of themselves. I don't care. I said that. I meant that. 41 women have 144 baby daddies. And you have Ebony K. Williams sitting up here talking about society tries to blame single mothers and say that single mothers, they should be. They absolutely should be. Oh, well, they're not doing it on their own. You're right. 144 baby daddies. So that's 144 men that 41 women allowed to run up in them to make 192 effing kids, and not near one of them accepted accountability for anything. So you're trying to tell me that 41 women had 192 kids and 144 baby daddies was all wrong? You're trying to tell me that 144 baby daddies were all the problem, and none of you bitches of 41 that took on 144 dicks? Because isn't that what the fuck that means? Is that not what that means? 41 women to 144. Who does percentages around here? You know I'm not good at math. What's the percentage on that, or what does that mean compared to? I don't even know what the comparison is. I don't even know, child. You know I'm not good at math. But as a whole, because there's I think they were all black, right? For the most part. But 3.5 to 3.5 men to 1 woman. 3.5 men to 1 woman. 3.5 men to 1 woman. So should this be celebrated? Should this be like put up on a billboard and everybody should say, go women, go black women, go, do your thing, baby moms, do your thing, single baby moms, holla at y'all, do the damn thing. Is that what should be said? This is disgusting. And the fact that y'all, not y'all, will go on that damn show. Child, I'm still sweating. I just came from the gym. The fact that y'all will continue to go on to this show and tell your stupid ass, nasty ass, funky ass business to be out here forever on this damn internet for your kids to know in the future that you were a whore, because I don't know how else you can say what this is. I guess you was in love with everybody. Loving the world. So continue to listen to this world, right? And think that it's okay for you to be a whore and think that there are no repercussions from it. Do you think maybe this is the reason why y'all can't get married? Do you think this is the reason why you can't be in fucking relationships? So you're telling me that them 41 women with these 144 baby daddies knew them well enough to turn around and have 192 kids. So guess who's going to suffer the most out of all of this? 192 children. This is amazing. 192 children are going to be out here suffering because most of them bitches don't even deal with the 144 because y'all so fucking strong and independent and everybody else is a problem, but you're the right person to make decisions to raise 192 through 144 baby dads that you can't even work with. Because at the end of the day, I don't care what none of y'all say. You didn't know them well enough to be even doing that. So you opened up them legs and took all that pleasure from people that you didn't even know well enough. And so that's how you end up in these daggone situations that now 192 kids, for the most part, got to suffer. Didn't we say the average number of kids was about 3? That number 3 kept coming up today. That number 3, you could have 5 kids. How many baby daddies? 3. How many kids you got? 3. How many baby daddies? 3. How many kids you got? 8. How many baby daddies? 7. No, you should be ashamed of that shit. You should be ashamed for that shit. Oh, it's not like the way that it was. Well, motherfuckers, it need to be the way that it was because the only people suffering are these fucking kids. Why do you think juvenile crime is an issue? Because you cannot parent all these damn kids when you're out here begging on TikTok because your ass ain't got enough money. You getting fucking evicted. Then you want to fight with some ninja that wasn't going to be with your ass anyway, but you so fucking horny that you can't control your damn self. Woman sat up there and said, I don't believe in birth control. Bitch, I don't believe in birth control. So you believe in being poor. So you believe in having a hard life. And then they all damn audacity of trying to think that you're going to blame Generation X because you're whores, because you can't control your box. That becomes our fault because we won't babysit all these kids that you having with Michael, Tyrone, LaQuavius, Quantavius, and all the rest of those motherfuckers. Now that becomes a me problem. And then if you got 8 kids by 7 baby daddies, you want another motherfucker that don't father near none of them to come in here and say, I'll come to the fucking rescue. How much sense does that make? Child, these people are not thinking about the fucking future, the downstream impacts, how this is going to impact your life from the perspective of relationship or how your children are going to turn out. Because the odds are, motherfuckers, I'm talking about the odds today. The odds are that it's not going to be a good situation for you nor them. You cannot be sitting up here talking about you got 8 kids. Your ass is online trying to fuck again. Why are you not taking care of 8 kids? I would think that that's a lot of responsibility, especially since I know that 1 is enough and geez, I know 2 is more than enough. You got 8. How you fucking when you got 8 kids already? I think the priority should be them 8. It should have been that 1 or that 2nd, that 5th, that 7th. You working on 9? You working on number 9? My kids is taken care of. My kids is taken care of. Child, shut the fuck up. Child, y'all just be talking. And what you also doing is making Kendra G richer by the day while you out here looking for D and she's allowing you to do so on her platform and it's not working out for y'all because the amount of marriages from the 5 years that she keep bragging that she's been on here just don't equate. It just don't equate. Just like these numbers right here look pretty bad and they don't equate anyway, except for the fact that you don't know how to control yourself. That's what that equates to. Then you be out here when somebody try to say that your kid did something. Not my baby. Can't read, can't write, can't do shit. Then it's all of a sudden white supremacy, discrimination, and racism. Just forget all about this shit, right? I can't do such and such because I gotta make sure that I go to work. So you can't care for your kids. What about when they get in trouble in school? You need to carry your ass on down there. I can't go down there because I gotta work. Proof positive that the shit doesn't work. And why y'all keep doing it, I don't know. It's been shown over and over and over again, but these numbers are just, they're astounding. They're astounding. Astounding. But you got these pros keeping your mind all on fucking white people when they need to be coming in the churches to be coming out here to say, what the hell can we do to stop this shit? Because then y'all gonna be dependent on the government, thinking that they supposed to feed you, clothe you, and house you. And then you mad when Donald Trump says, no, it's a limited program and your ass need to get out there and work. Oh my God. Oh my God. You really think that the government is here to help your ass? It's supposed to be assistance. That don't mean forever. Those are 2 different words that mean 2 different things. Y'all need to consult dictionary.com a little bit more because you motherfuckers don't know what shit means. You can try to change it all you want to. We're not changing the meaning of words. Let me rephrase. I'm not changing the meaning of words. I'm not doing it. If y'all think, not y'all, but if y'all think that this is cute and y'all think this is cool and it's the I can do what I want, 9, strong, independent, all that bullshit, cool. Be independent. Get off of Beg Talk. Get off of GoFundMe. And stop trying to blame now Generation X because we don't have time for your fucking gremlins, nor they baby daddies, whether they're here in the ground, in jail, on the corner, or whatever. Because I'm going to go, you know what she need to start asking?
This is amazing.
Kendra, if you're listening, you can have this one. Because child, people be stealing shit. Let me go ahead and just give it to you. You need to start asking, well, what did your baby daddy do for a living? That's a good new question. Spice that shit up. So out of all 7 of them motherfuckers, what did they each do for a living? Let's go down the list. Let's see what that looks like. Because I got a feeling, I could be wrong, but I know I'm not. I got a feeling that there's not going to be Wells Fargo vice president. I just got a feeling. But y'all, do you? Again, shout out to Theo for that video. Do Better podcast. And hopefully he does more because we're going to be right there to react to it. They don't like it? Stop giving your fucking business out here to the world. Shout out to Decline Management. Oh, what? Man. Appreciate you, honey. He said 192 humans were deprived of life with a father. I can't even think. I don't even recall not narrow one person in any of those videos this morning that said that like they are really involved, like they get the baby daddy involved or the baby daddy is involved with their life. Now, you know, they're going to say that it's all, you know, Crusty Dusty Musty's fault. But when you got 8 kids by 7 men child, who the fuck is listening to you? It certainly would not be me. You can't even manage yourself. You think I think that you got common sense with regard to anything else, and you don't. Thank you again. Shout out to Wokequill. I'm sorry, SMD. Shout out to successful Melanated Dusty. Successful Melanated Dusty. Shout out to you, boo. I appreciate you. He said, just a small contribution for the coffee fund and next early morning live stream from the cruise ship. Side note, the Bonnet Brigade celebrates this. I know. Maybe I should do that. The Bonnet Brigade compilation. Shout out to Theo. He did the damn thing. I think this is going to be very successful for him, and I am excited for him for that. Thank you so much, hon. I appreciate you. MSG King, thank you, boo. He said the ecosystem needs 304s, essential workers. Yeah, you need to do that. I don't know if Michael Love is up in here. He want me to do it. You need to do it. I'm passing it off to you. I'm not doing it. Because, child, this is enough right here as far as I'm concerned. That whole ass video was enough. Not whole ass. WHOLE. Thank you, boo.
This is amazing.
Shout out to Wokequill. I appreciate you, hon. He said 59% of Black mothers have children with more than one man. University of Michigan. 35% of Hispanics and 22% of white. Child, we be leading in all the stats, right? Shout out to all the single mothers. Single mothering it up here. You think that because this feminism shit said that you're free to be sexual means that you should go and have a bunch of kids? Cool. If that's what you think it means, you want to be a whore, then go be one. All them crumb snatchers are your responsibility. Again, don't look at me to be given for Christmas, for Thanksgiving, for back to school, for tax season, for nothing. I refuse going forward. I'm not doing it. Call me what you want. I don't give a fuck. Y'all start giving back. I want to see these people to start giving back. Till that happens, you will not get another dime from me. I said that. I meant that. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you.
This is amazing.
Thank you, boo. He said, I'm going to involve baby daddy. I don't know. Are you? Just because you said it don't make it true. The child live with you. Shut up. Just why are you so difficult? Don't tell me what to do. When did I tell you what to do? Don't start. Anyway, y'all, if you didn't see that, make sure you watch it from earlier today, and make sure you go support our friend Theo Coop. Let's see what one of these biatches has to say. So this I found from Anton, but then I found it over on Tickety Damn Talk. It says, Black women, they are pissed. I'm not really sure what this is about, but let's go ahead and see, because I'm sure it's going to be good, child.
I just had to park my car to make this video. I know that over 300,000 Black women were recently unemployed over like the last 6 months. That's a crazy number. I don't think that is a mistake. I think that is God working. I quit my job January of 2023.
Cool.
And I haven't worked a job since, and the money been flowing. But the reason I'm making this video is because as I go about my day, run my errands, and live a peaceful life with other people, right? A lot of these service providers, a lot of these people that, work at these, just in general, running into people, they do not like the peace that I have within. They hate to see that I'm not stressed out, rushing. Like I just picked up my jacket. And I'm not going to show y'all where it's from, because I had got my jacket cleaned and had them touch up. It's my leather jacket. So long story short, I picked it up. He's like, you ain't working today? As a stranger to stranger, why the fuck do you think that that's okay or appropriate to ask me?
Oh, I do agree with her on that. Yeah, I'm going to need you to mind a business that pays you, and mine ain't it. What, a stranger coming up to talk about why aren't you working today? Child, it's bad enough that I got all these damn MSGs thinking that they be, I think that they tell me what to do all damn time. A stranger is going to be like, you not working today? Bitch, who the fuck you talking to? Who the fuck you talking to? I must not see the ghost that you're talking to, because you're not talking to me. I agree with her.
I say, dude, does everybody work? He said, well, I work. I said, you're a man. He said, well, my wife doesn't work. I said, exactly. Was kind of an insult. That was an insult. That was literally what he said to me. Another time I went to go give my dogs their sorry y'all, I'm losing my breath. I went to take my dogs to get their haircuts. Mind you, their appointment was like 9:30, drop them off and pick them up around like 12.
Damn, them boobs is boobing. You go, girl.
You know, I'm just chilling. Like the day is just going, you know? The lady asks me, mind you, white woman, brunette, okay? She looks at me.
He was trying to mac. Well, he's doing a bad job. No. All you got to do is say, hey, beautiful, or nice boots you got on. No, you're not working today. Who are you talking to? Do you know me like that? No, you're not going to say that. No.
She's like, oh, you have a business? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Yes, we're at peace. No, we're not working no jobs. Yes, the men that you see us with are happily taking care of us. Like, you can just tell the friction that I get with people. You can just tell they are not happy to see us rise. They are not. Another example.
Right, girl.
My mom's neighborhood. Now, my mom live in a nice neighborhood, okay? Took my dogs to the park in my mom's neighborhood, and the lady goes to say, mind you, this is some random lady that's walking her dog. You know, I'm interacting with her. I talk to her or whatever, and I allow her dog to have some of my dog's gourmet treats, okay? They not cheap either. But she goes to ask me, she say, I think I seen you two before, because I was with my boyfriend. She said, you guys been here before, right? Because I
all right, she got a boyfriend. Did y'all hear that? She got a boyfriend.
Seen you. Don't do that reverse psychology shit on me, bitch. You never seen me before. White lady, blind. You never seen me before. And you're looking concerned, trying to figure out why the fuck niggas is in your neighborhood. Bitch, we can. Okay, I'm tired of these people. My sisters, keep rising.
I guess you're talking about white people.
Keep moving forward. Keep taking over those elite positions. Keep relaxing. Stay peaceful. Enjoy your day. I love you. 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 These hoes are mad. I love you. Black woman.
All right, girl. Nice boobs, though. I don't know what you're talking about, but nice boobs. I don't understand what this was for. I guess it was a signal to black women. The only part I'm like, girl, I wouldn't put up with that. I already said it. But shout out to her. She get to stay at home. Good for her. Nice boots means that they want to F? Okay. Shout out, okay, whatever you say. Shout out to Uncle Rick up in here. I see you, boo. Shout out to all y'all. Please make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it was just something coming to black women, but okay. Whatever she says, that's it. I didn't hear it. That was my first time hearing it, so that's what that was. Let me see. I didn't get to this one the other day. Let's go here real quick. TikTok trend sparks assaults around University of Pennsylvania. Everything we know. Shout out to TikTok. Always got something wonderful to have going on.
The University of Pennsylvania issuing a warning about an online challenge that's sparking serious concern. Multiple people assaulted on campus, and it's likely all for clicks. I'm Jason Martinez.
And I'm Dawn Timothy. The school is now working to stop the violence. Our Steve Keeley is live in University City for us tonight. Steve?
Well, a lot of the attacks happen on the corner where we are, 40th and Walnut, and that's why you see police almost everywhere. You got 2 cop cars here on 40th Street. Then we just look down a little bit on the other side of the McDonald's, and you see the police with the lights on, hopefully acting as a deterrent. And so what we're hearing from sources close to this investigation is that this is a TikTok trend, investigators believe, and another TikTok trend that could end up being more dangerous to the perpetrators than to the victims so far. University of Pennsylvania police are seen here this week, responding to one of several recent unprovoked attacks on students in this video acquired by Fox 29 News from sources close to the investigation.
I feel like that's nutty and you don't get no cool points for that.
Penn police put out this alert saying,
What the hell are they doing?
Quote, there have been multiple recent reports from Penn students and other community members of groups of young people slapping people in the head or striking individuals in the head on and near.
Child, what is wrong with y'all's kids? Child, what is wrong with y'all's kids? Can y'all do something with y'all's kids, please? Please. This is what happens when you have 8 kids by 7 different men. They got no common sense because you're not taking care of them and disciplining them like you're supposed to. Imagine just walking down the street and somebody slap you, hit you in the back of your damn head, child.
Penn's campus, specifically in the area of 40th to 38th Streets from Market to Locust Street. The victims are approached by one or more members of the group who then, unprovoked, strike the unknown victim with an open hand or closed fist. We believe this is connected to a national social media trend.
You don't go around doing that to people. They just be trying to get like TikTok views and stuff like that.
Obviously, there's a line drawn between, you know, playful fun and when things get violent.
The grown-ups are acting like kids. The kids are acting worse. And it's not that shocking to me. It's sad.
More shocking and sad is what happened this week to Penn neighbor Jake Dahl.
I was going to get Chipotle with my kid in my stroller, just like I am right now, and 3 kids came running around the corner from McDonald's, and all 3 of them had guns on them, and they pointed them at me, and they tried to get me to give them everything in my pockets, and I looked and I said, "You guys are nuts."
We saw what Penn police say they're doing to try and stop this recent wave of crimes or catch those doing it, adding both more police and security staff presence in the area.
Well, at least crime is down, child. Crime is down, child. Crime is down. Shout out to Philly.
You got to raise your kids. When they come out, they should be raised and know how to treat people.
Paw, the 90s is over. Paw, the 90s are over. There's no raising kids. They probably think that raising kids means to pick them up. Raise. That's probably what they think that actually means. Actually participating in their lives? No, Paw. They don't know that.
You got to raise your kids. When they come out, they should be raised and know how to treat people and know how to act.
I think it's crazy. Like, they don't get no cool points from it.
And for those Penn police are telling students to be on alert about, this advice from a responsible young man headed for a career in the U.S. Air Force.
Go get a job or something.
Ooh.
All right, and so the reason authorities close to the case think this could end up being more treacherous to those doing the punching and slapping and recording is that they may pick and punch the wrong person, someone armed and real angry after. Jason, Dawn?
Yeah, and then if they do something and that kid get taken on, or that juvenile allegedly that gets taken on up out of here, then it would be all these sympathizers saying, "Oh my God, you didn't have to do that. He was so young. You didn't have to. He wasn't armed." Blah, blah, blah. All this taking up for the damn attacker, and the freaking victim doesn't matter at all. We know how that goes, right? All right, whatever. Be careful in Philly. I ain't going downtown. Anyway, moving on to this update on Caleb Wilson. So Caleb Wilson was the dude who was pledging, I think it was Omega Sci-Fi, and was hazing.
This is amazing.
Or he got hazed, and then he ended up in a hospital, and then he ended up dying. It's not the first time we've heard this. It probably won't be the last time. So this is the lead into the documentary about the dude that rescinded, I guess you would call it, his letters, because he said it was too much. So we'll see.
This is amazing.
Thank you, Boo. He said white dude made Philly look soft. Okay, I don't know. I mean, whatever. I don't doubt it. There's so much crazy stuff that goes on downtown. I don't doubt anything that anybody says that anymore, honestly. Draga, thank you, Boo. Pack them up. I don't disagree with you there. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. All right, y'all. Let's see what happened here. Jog your memory.
No parent should ever want to come to a school and pick up their child in a bag.
The family of Caleb Wilson pled for change after Wilson allegedly died in a hazing incident while attending Southern University in Baton Rouge. Today, the Kidder family filed a civil wrongful death lawsuit. The documents target the university, fraternity, and fraternity members allegedly tied to Wilson's death. Andres Fuentes breaks down the claims.
The wrongful death lawsuit on behalf of 20-year-old Caleb Wilson details allegations on how the Southern University student died in an off-campus hazing incident tied to the Omega Psi Phi fraternity. The suit names the university's board of supervisors, the fraternity's university chapter.
They naming everybody in this bitch. Oh, the Omega Psi Beta Sigma chapter. Okay. Woo, they put everybody name in.
Fraternity's national chapter and several fraternity members as defendants in the case.
This is the very predictable civil lawsuit that his people are filing on behalf of him against whoever they think could remotely have been responsible for his death.
The 59-page lawsuit details how Wilson and other pledges were brought to an off-campus warehouse in Baton Rouge, where each pledge was punched 4 times in the chest by Omega Psi Phi members. The suit says the fraternity adopted anti-hazing policies back in the 90s, but since then have been caught hazing twice. One was in 2002, when Omega Psi Phi members were caught brawling with other members of a fraternity during a public event. The other event
They was just playing. That's not a big deal.
Was in 2005, when Omega Psi Phi members were doing underground hazing rituals by striking pledges in backwoods areas of Port Allen and Zachary, Louisiana. That 2005 violation forced a 3-year suspension for the Greek organization. The suit also alleges one of the 3 people arrested for Wilson's death, Isaiah Smith, was serving as Dean of Pledges and was allegedly at the warehouse at the time of Wilson's
looking like R. Kelly.
Death, despite Smith having gone through hazing workshops for the fraternity and Southern University.
Pretty much every college has anti-hazing rules if they have a Greek system there and for other things. And what they're doing is just using that as a matrix to say, look, these are the rules, these are the things you said you should have done, and you didn't do them. And because you didn't do them, he died.
In Wilson's criminal case, Smith, Kyle Thurman, and Caleb McRae all face criminal hazing charges, while McRae faces the lone manslaughter charge. But in Wilson's civil case, at least 11 people tied to the fraternity are named in the lawsuit, and it even hints at more fraternity members being named in the future.
They're suing for
just sue them all. Something got to stick, right?
Damages against all these people. Some of them are just 20-year-old fraternity kids who have no money. So they may get a judgment against them, but they're not going to collect any money from them. Who they want to get deemed as liable is the so-called deep pocket, the university, possibly the fraternity national system.
Reporting in New Orleans, Andres Fuentes, Fox 8.
Yeah. Oh, New Orleans. Oh, I've been watching that Katrina documentary. That's pretty good on Netflix, as an aside. So anyway, here is the over here is this thing from somebody on here called Cam James. It says hazing in Black fraternities, the real story, a deep dive. All right. Intro, Divine 9. All right, good. I'm glad he's got bookmarks, because ain't nobody got time to be potentially listening to this all day, all night. Remember all those people who came out when they did the what was that thing when Cam started her campaign, and then Rolly Roll and all them other people got on the line and all the shouting themselves out, and they made $1 million that night for her. Child, waste of time. How come they ain't making $1 million to do nothing else? Trying to get Cam in there. They'll do it when she runs again, y'all. She gonna run again. I think so. Oh, did I fast? Yeah.
Caleb Wilson was a 20-year-old junior from Kenner, Louisiana. He was a member of the world-famous Human Jukebox at Southern University and majored in mechanical engineering. He collapsed and died on February 27th, 2025, while participating in an off-campus and unsanctioned fraternity ritual allegedly conducted by members of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. According to the latest reports, the fraternity members lied about Caleb's death, claiming it happened when he passed out while exercising. In all likelihood, Caleb was punched in the chest along with the other pledges. That led to a seizure he never recovered from. His family said his passion for life, his dedication to his studies, and his love for music and the Southern University Human Jukebox Marching Band were just a few of the many qualities that made him an extraordinary person. Omega Psi Phi undergraduate chapters are allegedly responsible for the deaths of at least 5 other pledges dating back to 1978. My name is Cam James. I was abused by an undergraduate chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, and I participated in abusing others in 2 separate semesters after I was initiated.
Not Alpha.
I recently watched Hazing, a brilliant documentary produced by Byron Hurt of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated that explores hazing in all types of organizations: fraternities, sororities, bands, sports, the military, etc. I'd already planned to make this video after Caleb's death, but watching that film made it clear that there was a way for me to contribute something unique to the story. Byron's film mostly covers it in a way that impacts members of Greek organizations and parents of students. What I'm presenting here is the through line from arriving on campus as a freshman to getting abused as a sophomore. I'd argue it's necessary for people on the outside looking in to walk through it themselves and see how this happens to people. I recently spoke to my girlfriend's older brother.
Y'all, don't we know how it happened? You want to get in? That's a part of it. But people still do it, right? I'm just saying, this is how I look at it. You know what it is, but you still decide to do it, right? Just like the people that, when we look at the scam women that get scammed with money and whatnot, the romance scam with what's his name, the Tinder swindler or whatever his name was. And it's like, oh, this poor thing. Well, now wait a damn minute. You don't want to get that man money. Is this really a scam at the end of the day? You ain't never seen him before. You ain't never set foot in a room with him, but you gave up all your worldly possessions to some man. I'm just saying. Who's jacking what? What you talking? What are you talking?
About this, and he pointed out that everyone gets got in life. We all get scammed, tricked, or manipulated, and our primary responsibility, once we realize it, is to decide what to do next. I also interviewed an unofficial member of my chapter called a ghost. That basically means a person who was hazed and didn't even get their letters officially. We're not supposed to talk about it. We're all sworn to secrecy as part of the pledging process, so this is inherently dangerous.
Uh-oh.
When I say dangerous, I mean it's likely that I'll be ostracized by my chapter and their extended network. I called my line brothers to tell them I was doing this, so I wouldn't put them in a compromising position, but I'll probably be harassed and insulted in the comment section of this video. And yes, I'm very aware that all of the above is highly reminiscent of cult tactics. That isn't a coincidence. Here's my assertions. None of the Divine Nine fraternities or sororities were founded with violence built into their initiation guidelines. All of them have either murdered and or seriously injured pledges via abuse inflicted by chapter members.
All of them? All of y'all? I know you're not going to admit it. I know y'all in here. That's okay. You ain't got to tell me.
These practices don't have the intended effect, are rooted in cult tactics and America's legacy of slavery, and do more to ostracize and damage members than anything else. Quick definitions and notes.
Wait, this got to do with slavery too? What don't have to do with slavery, child?
The Divine Nine, or D9, stands for the 9 Black Greek letter organizations founded on college campuses in the 20th century. Those 9 are on screen right now. They're also referred to as NPHC organizations, which stands for the National Panhellenic Council. 5 of them were founded at HBCUs, the 4 of those all being Howard University. But the first one was founded at Cornell University as a solidarity group for 7 Black students. Regardless of location, these organizations were created to serve their communities and help keep their members safe from the oppressive academic atmosphere that surrounded them. I'll only be presenting one story of abuse for every member organization in the NPHC, but know that many of them have murdered multiple people, sometimes simultaneously.
Right.
One of them has critically injured or killed people into the double digits since their founding. Regardless of the death toll assigned to each logo, all of them have hundreds of serious injuries to account for at the very least. Kristen High, 22 years old, and Kenitha Safir, 24 years old, drowned September 9, 2002 at Dockweiler State Beach near Playa del Rey in California.
Child, you know Black people don't know how to swim, yeah. Don't come for me. You know Black people do not know how to swim.
While participating in a pledging ritual, allegedly...
rest in peace to those women. I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all. I'm just saying, y'all know that Black people don't be knowing how to swim. That's another thing that them biatches from Theo's video need to do. Make sure them kids know how to swim. You can drown in such small amount of water in the bathtub. Child, my mother done scared us to death. She made sure that we was she made sure we knew how to swim. And like I told you, I made sure I sent all my grandkids because they have to know how to swim. I made sure my kids know how to swim. Don't be getting all upset about the swimming because for the most part, Black people do not know how to swim. Please stop and be right in water is the funny part about it, but not really. Thank you, Boo. He said, see, this is why gangbanging is better. No, goodbye, sir. God. Thank you, though. I cannot. Y'all make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new.
Conducted by unsanctioned members of an unidentified chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. The sorority's chapter at Cal State, LA, had been suspended for hazing at the time, apparently. Both women were students at Cal State in LA, and although their deaths were initially ruled accidental, a private investigation by PI Robert Freeman revealed that they were blindfolded and tied by their hands and their bodies and led into the riptide conditions of the ocean, the family's lawsuit says. That night, the waves were cresting at 6 to 8 feet and creating a strong undercurrent resulting from riptide.
Yeah.
Safir reportedly claimed she couldn't swim, but was forced to proceed regardless. After a
she said she couldn't swim? Oh, okay.
Large wave pulled her under. High died in an effort to rescue her.
Oh, wow.
Peels off the Band-Aid of an unhealed wound.
According to the LAPD, the bodies of Kristen High and 24-year-old Kenitha Safir of Compton were pulled from the surf around midnight.
According to her mother, Patricia, Kristen was always a type A daughter. Super student, athlete, campus leader, mother of a 2-year-old son. Joining Alpha Kappa Alpha was something she had always wanted.
A single mother. Well, at least she went to school, I guess.
When 2 young women brought Kristen's car home, Patricia said Kristen's pledge journal was missing and numbers had been deleted from her cell phone. Kenitha's college sweetheart and husband of about 1.5 years shared this photo of her diary next to a pic of her in the car. In this note, she confirms that pursuing AKA membership was a dream of hers. This was the most recent deadly incident we know of in Alpha Kappa Alpha. Witnesses say they wore matching black sweatsuits, socks, and tennis shoes. This is exactly what we wore every night when I pledged Alpha. I'm getting ahead of myself, though. Let's talk about what made me join in the first place.
Yeah, what? Because, y'all, some people are not forced, but they're encouraged strongly from their family members. Child, I know people that used to be like, child, we in high school. You're talking about what sorority you're going to join? Who the hell even knows any of that? I guess if that's clearly the type of family they grew up in, that's not what my family was. That's why they're all military. And they probably went through hazing too. But the freaking fraternities and sororities, like it's like every year when I was in school, I should say, it was always something happening. That's a long time ago, but it definitely was something going on. But thankfully it was never any deaths, child. I never heard of any deaths near me. Thank God for small favors, and none when I was in college either.
So I enrolled in this pre-college program at Georgia Tech called Challenge. It had us rooming with about 30 to 40 other minority students the summer before our freshman year. So when the year started, we were really well situated and prepared to succeed. I actually stayed with one of my eventual chapter brothers my very first time visiting the campus, which was a coincidence, but ended up being an influential factor. The D9 was not something I was aware of since I was a military kid with no members in my family. At least that's what I thought. Turns out my aunt pledged Delta, but she never talked about it. I was an avid basketball player and regularly...
Oh, you know what? One of my aunties that we married into the family, she's a Delta. She got the elephants all over the place. Everything got to be red and white. Child, these people be like y'all, seriously, y'all are too old for this. Like, when does this passion with these colors end? I have a friend that every time she leaves the house, she is in pink and fucking green because she posts on Facebook all the time. I'd be like, Lord help your people. When do y'all grow out of this? Every effing day, every party, every cocktail hour, everything. I'd be like, I'm sick of seeing the colors pink and damn green. Whenever we go out, pink and green. It's weird. To me, it's weird.
Ran pickup games at the campus rec center. It just so happens that most of the people I ended up making friends with in those games were members of either Kappa Alpha Psi or Alpha Phi Alpha. One of the Kappas pulled me to the side and discreetly invited me to an interest meeting. And I was going to go. Like, I didn't know anything about how taboo it is to go to multiple meetings for different organizations until I heard it from my fellow freshmen. This ain't like an informational meeting for the chess club. Your attendance means a serious interest. This was the first time a D9 organization left crucial information.
Is your mom really a member? She ain't paying the dues? I thought it was a requirement, allegedly. And Wokewell says that is cultish. So is liberalism. White women.
Information out of chapter communications. And it wouldn't be the last. I got the same invite from the Alphas around that time and had to make a decision. It was an opportunity to get more info about a campus organization that hosted dope events, did community service, had a legendary legacy full of civil rights leaders and other prominent Black figures, and would give me additional opportunities to make the most of this steep-ass tuition. Not saying those things didn't apply to the Kappas as well.
House Democratic Caucus Chair Hakeem Jeffries joined Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity at the age of 18.
But the Alpha brothers on that campus were most like me. I saw myself in them. Everyone's seeking something unique from their pursuit of membership in the D.
Child, was that Cam? Oh yeah, she was AKA also.
None. Cults, the military, religious groups, etc. They're following the legacy of their parents or extended family.
Yeah.
Pursuing the elevated social status brought by membership, seeking a sense of community, or a combination of the three. My family isn't the closest, and although I had plenty of friends, I grew accustomed to moving a lot and leaving my closest friends as a military kid.
Because military, yeah.
I wanted the sense of belonging and camaraderie that I saw in the chapter brothers. I was discussing this with my girlfriend and others as I wrote this, and the through line from slavery came up. Just like chattel slavery in the US, the D9 is a uniquely African-American phenomenon. The way American Black people were torn from our home continent, had our names erased, religion replaced, community destroyed, and family members sold off was a significant contributing factor to the establishment of these groups. If you're struggling to put yourself in the shoes of a person who chooses to pursue membership, I'd say that everyone's different and everyone has a different void to fill. There's a lot of people watching this who made it to one of these, but didn't go any further. To keep it short.
Joe, my friend wanted me to go to that shit. I said, girl, I'm not going to that shit. I'm not doing that shit. I was like, you go, because ain't nobody hitting me. That's the only thing I ever said. Ain't nobody hitting me, child. I don't have any interest in none of this. Nah, I'm good. She went. I was like, nah, I'll pass courteously. She didn't pledge, though, thank God.
Interest meetings happen in some room on or off campus with one or more members of the chapter. You typically know most of the people in the room because you've seen them at campus events. You're expected to dress up in business formal clothes and you're given a presentation about the chapter and what it means to be a member. This is followed by the steps you need to take to officially indicate interest in chapter membership. My first interest meeting was pretty short and had way more people in it than the second one. I later realized that the first meeting was so crowded because whoever's currently pledging has to attend one of these in order to join the fraternity on the national level. Some of us have literally never seen these people at the time, and sometimes that line gets dropped by the time you attend your next interest meeting, so they're just gone. The only people at my second interest meeting were the 4 19-year-olds who ended up becoming my line brothers, and another person that ended up deciding not to proceed before we became a line officially. All 4 that ended up being on the line were already friends of mine. At this stage, I essentially committed to becoming an alpha without being informed that we would be subjected to physical abuse. This is the second time.
Child, was they supposed to come out and say, sir, we're going to let you come in and please be prepared for physical abuse? Child, what is he talking about? Trap, I appreciate you. He said Black Greeks exist to serve and protect elite families. That's probably where them, that's also where those, like people that do Jack and Jill, their families be up in there too. Cause I had friends that were, in like Jack and Jill and stuff. Like, that's just not me. That type of stuff is not my mother. And it just is not me. Even though my mother's bougie, she's just not that bougie. But we're a little ghetto bougie, I guess. We a little on the middle, ghetto bougie or something. Not bougie for like being in all that type of stuff, child. I ain't got time for all that. Not cheaper to join. Alcoholics Anonymous. Goodbye, sir. Goodbye. I can't take y'all. I cannot take y'all.
From us. On February 15th, 1994, Michael Davis and 4 other individuals were being initiated as brothers to the Southeast Missouri state chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Davis and the other young men were slapped on their necks and backs, caned on their buttocks and feet, and beaten with heavy books and cookie sheets.
You pledged in Spring 89. Spring 89 lasted the divine. Did you go through the old school way of pledging at that time, or did they switch it around?
I went through the old school way, bro. This was at a period where, of course, they were cracking down on hazing and things like that. And of course, Kappa Alpha Psi is a non-hazing fraternity. I got the respect and the notoriety with the brothers that were brought in an old school way. And I'm not saying it's always the best way. And I'm not saying that there aren't unhealthy things that every organization probably does traditionally that should not be done. But I was brought in before a lot of the crackdowns and everything happened with trying to make organizations more safer to enter. My entry into Kappa Alpha Psi was not safe. Can I say it that way?
Are you serious that Kim Fields was a Kappa sweetheart?
Yes, sir.
What did her brother pledge before you or after you?
Her brother pledged before me and pledged me.
Wow, what type of big brother was he?
He was not kind. He was not kind. I got introduced to a phone book by her brother because I forgot to call him.
Oh my God. Shout out to Kim Fields and me, because I'm a Kappa sweetheart too. What the F is Jack and Jill? It's like this shit that rich Black people participate in. And, you know, I can't really explain it, but it's like there's a bunch of rich Black people that just hang out with each other. They do parties, they dress up, kind of like when people do what is it when you turn 13 and you have a big old party and shit like that because you turn 13? I forget whatever the hell that is. And then they just like know each other, being elite and having money and all that type stuff. And then they work on getting their kids and all these. It's a network type of thing. But you got to be in it. We weren't in it. My friend was trying to get in it. I'm like, girl, fuck them people. But that's what she was doing. Oh, a cotillion. I guess it's like a cotillion, yeah. But they definitely mostly rich people, rich Black people. Shout out to them though for being rich and Black. That's their thing.
Members kicked, punched, and body slammed the 5 pledges. By the final day.
Oh, ain't that what my trainer does? What the fuck? Oh no, I'm about to sue, child. I'm about to sue.
Active fraternity members kicked, punched, and body slammed the 5 pledges. By the final day of the initiation process, 2 of the 5 dropped out, and the remaining 3 were put through a 7-station circuit of physical abuse. Davis passed.
Oh yeah, this is what I pay for. Oh no, maybe I'm the problem.
Out and later died from a number of injuries, including fractured ribs, lung, liver, and kidney damage, a bruised and bleeding heart, and spinal hemorrhaging. Michael's mother, Edith, said her son was a kind soul who couldn't kill a spider, and that his death was cold-blooded murder. The most recent death, allegedly but reliably connected to Kappa Alpha Psi, occurred in 2019 when pledge Marlon Jackson Jr. died in a car accident. It was alleged that his exhaustion was due to pledging, and that these were members of the fraternity in the car. What fraternity did you pledge and what year?
I pledged Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. I crossed in 2013, fall in particular.
Are you a registered member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated?
I am not.
Why is that the case?
Because of the very topic that we're talking about. There were allegations of our chapter hazing at the time. that ballooned into a larger situation. That situation ballooned into an investigation from the fraternity. We went through that. At that time, we were offline because the chapter wanted everything to blow over and make sure that everything was fine. That investigation came back with nothing against the chapter. However, the fraternity does not operate in innocent until proven guilty. They operate in a more likely than not. And if we had to do it, well, someone's got to take it. So they couldn't bring anything against the chapter at the time, so they instead placed me and my line brothers on the do not initiate list.
I am about to time you out, Decline Management. I am about to time you out. Stop this. Stop this, sir. Okay? I cannot. I can't deal with y'all. I cannot deal with y'all.
So you're not online as soon as you agree to pursue membership. There's an in-between process called pre-pledging. Chapters vary, but people occasionally give you the meaning name, like the crabs from Drumline during this part. Some just call you a pre-pledge and leave it at that. We were referred to as Sphinxmen, which was a nod to the Egyptian mythology the fraternity is tied to. Most of what we did during this phase was studying historical information, memorizing facts about our fellow pledges, practicing standing in line, passing information down that line, and basic teamwork exercises. The whole point of the process.
I wonder if it's like you started at person number one and then you whisper something in their ear, you know, you know how those things go, and see if you get the right message at the end. Listen, I got to make this lighthearted, y'all. So start whispering here and then y'all whisper all the way down. And then if you don't get it right at the end, then you get your ass beat. Is that how it works? I just ask a question. Oh, so nobody want to talk today. I see from D9. Okay. I get it. You're not allowed to. I went to a PWI. So did I for a second. Shout out to you, boo. Shout out to Trin. He said, messy effort. Let's join a GANG, just not ABCD. Why are y'all so obsessed with ABCD? I don't know about ABCD stuff going on. I promise you, I've never heard that before. Y'all started saying it. I've never heard that before. Ready Player said, my cousin is an ACA. She tried to get me to join, but I was too broke in undergrad. Oh yeah, that should be expensive. They were very stuck up, and I couldn't see myself as a part of that, especially because of the possibility of violence. Yeah, they definitely known they're stuck up, and the ones that I know, they're stuck up too. But you know, I'll tell them whatever.
This is amazing.
Because I ain't got time for their bullshit. Play that shit with your sisters. Don't play that shit with me. But that's the reputation, which is why I was like, why, my friend, why you want to be a part of that shit? You're not even stuck up like that. And if you change over, we can't be friends because I don't have time. Shout out to med school. Appreciate you, boo. He said University of Wisconsin, Madison, and Northeastern University. Didn't have no Negro. Goodbye, sir. Didn't have no Negro clothes. They understood Negroes don't know. Goodbye, sir. Y'all are so racist in here. What the fuck? I'm gonna need y'all to grow up. Come on. You ain't shit. Shout out to you, boo. I appreciate you. Ready Player said, I've worked with many women who pledged grad chapter again. Hanging around my cousin and her sorors was enough. Okay. Shout out to them. I don't like being, I'm just a person that don't like to be a part of a group. That's just how I've always been, child. I don't need nobody to be hanging out with, child. Not one bit. Child, that's why I be on cruises alone. I don't need nobody. You can't be sitting around waiting for people. I do not sit around waiting for people. So it is what it is. I know that came from my mom too. Anyway, your kids told you it was expensive to join what? The clan, Decline Management. How you gonna be a moderator about to get timed out? Please stop this, sir.
So it's supposed to be reinforcing the ideas of selflessness and sacrificing your ego for the good of the chapter. In my 19-year-old brain, everything made sense so far. You got to get rid of all that pride if you're going to serve your community and organization effectively, right? As an extension of that concept, we had to dress identically, commute to these meetings together, and maintain individual matching binders with chapter information in them. We were also required.
Y'all, that sounds like private school. You said I don't like groups. What is this freak show? Listen, y'all came here. Y'all came here. And what happens when somebody act up? I call them the fuck out. Shout out to last week.
To call older members of the chapter who lived in the area. And we visited some of them too. We even helped one of them move, which seemed like a brotherhood building activity to me at the time, as opposed to indentured servitude. At least we got pizza. This next part is another area where it's different. Our Dean of Pledges, the person in charge of our pledging process, was big on Georgia Tech history. So we learned it in addition to Alpha history and Egyptian history. As we got closer to the official start of our pledging process, it became more obvious that reciting this information with military precision and accuracy was not only expected, but required. That was when the psychological abuse started. If we got something wrong while reciting information, our intelligence or ability to follow clear instructions was insulted in a way that would embarrass you in front of the rest of the pledges, while also making you want to prove yourself next time. They also explained the rules to us. Pre-pledging was when we started to withdraw from most friends and campus activities. Stopped attending.
I gotta be honest. This dude sounds childish. Let me be honest. This dude sounds childish because it's like, child, what did you think was about to happen? You're an intelligent man going to college, right? You have a clue. You've heard things. You know what it is. Now it's like, oh, we had to have notebooks. Child, what? We had all dressed the same. That's what you want to communicate to us today, sir? That is not like, tell me the good stuff, okay? Tell me something that I would not know. We had to pass the word down from one person to the end of the line. That's what I believe that he said. Child, thank you, med school. He said ACAs are the, oh no, allegedly y'all use your allegedly the views of the super chatters are not necessarily the views of the hostess. ACAs are the whores of Black Greek lawyers, HR directors, and goodbye, sir, that have babies with Pookie in them. Oh no, y'all stop this. So that's what ACAs do. The two that I know pretty well, that's not what they do. Please, y'all. Anyway, I can't. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. Thank you, boo. Shout out to Reaper. He said, them Q dogs get on X pills and forget that. Why do y'all keep saying this? I have never heard this once in my life about Qs. I have never once in my life heard this about Qs. Why y'all? Who told y'all this? Who said this? Who said that? Who said that? Them Q dogs get on X pills and forget that there are no women in the room. Gay! Allegedly. Y'all use your allegedlys, please. Please stop this. Please stop this. Decline management, not HR directors. The hard child. Listen, I don't know where this came from. I don't know where y'all got this from. Ain't Fanny in a probably. No, I don't know about that. She too busy effing Wayne child. What's his name? She busy effing child. What is his name? I forget his name now. Wayne something amazing. Wayne. You know what I'm talking about. Thank you, Trap. He said some of them do elephant lines, Messy. Dare you to check. What's that mean? What do you mean do elephant lines? What's that mean? Some of them do elephant lines. Tell me what that means. I don't know what that means. Reaper said, I went to college. My mother's a professor. I be knowing. Thank you for the allegedly. Thank you, y'all. Please use allegedly. Please use allegedly.
Any non-essential meetings and adopted chapter superstitions like not walking on grass or not using elevators since they represented shortcuts. I later realized that these restrictions were directly out of the cult playbook. If you eliminate someone's ties to outside influences, it's easier to put them through hell. None of this was physical abuse. All that changed when the chapter brothers decided that we were ready for the next step.
Were
you subjected to hazing?
That's such an interesting question. The black and white of it is yes, but I guess we're diving right into my thoughts. I think that there's a difference between hazing and pledging, I will say. To me, hazing is, obviously the definition of it is doing something that puts people in harm's way intentionally. But I also think it's doing something that serves no purpose. I think for me, I pledged. I wasn't hazed. I think, at least from my understanding and everything that I have experienced thus far, everything that I did served a purpose in the process, like in those moments.
We were given a final opportunity to leave before the abuse became physical. We were sitting down in a row after a night of reciting information, and they showed us the segment from Spike Lee's School Days that depicted frat pledges, sleeping, being surprised, being verbally harassed, physically abused, and paddled by Breaking Bad's Gustavo Fring and Ron from A Different World.
Oh, that is Ron. I'm rewatching A Different World. But I love Giancarlo Esposito. Too bad I can't stand Spike Lee anymore. I love this movie.
Among others. They demonstrated some of this violence on other chapter members, then left it up to us to decide whether or not we wanted to proceed. None of the 5 eventual members of the line moved. And I'll speak for myself when I say the reason for that.
Oh, so they made the decision to stay. Then what are we talking about here? Grown people making grown decisions. Oh, you know what? It's that important. I'll just stay. I know you about to beat my ass. I'm gonna hang in there. So what is the problem? I mean, I know you shouldn't delete people, of course, but child, they willingly are doing this shit. F it. What are we talking about?
Was a twisted sense of loyalty to my line brothers, combined with a desire to prove that I'm tough enough. It didn't help that the movie scene was exaggerated and goofy, so it didn't seem realistic or shocking to me. Here's a more accurate depiction of what it's like today.
Eat that shit. You wanna be alive, huh? What the hell is this? Are we about to get taken off? What the hell is this? What movie is this? Do y'all know what movie this is? Lord have mercy.
Don't touch my hand.
What movie is this? Oh my God, I've never seen this before. Ain't no way. Oh my God, I'm concerned. That's what, exactly. I'm gonna have to take this out. This is too much. Y'all don't know this? Yeah, viewer discretion is advised. Lord help your people. This is not how the movie went with Lambda. Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh, you wanna be a lambda, huh?
Oh my God.
You blocking me? I am the Dean Pledges. This is my line, and every bruise on the neck leads to suspicion. You want me to rip that fucking brain off your chest? Get the fuck out of my way. Get back in line.
We were not given a real choice here, to be clear. The fact that we were in the room with our fellow pledges and the chapter brothers were staring at us makes it extremely coercive. We went through our first rotation of physical abuse not long after. The sixth potential member of the line that I mentioned earlier wasn't there for that and had dropped out before our first official night online. The details get fuzzy around the timeline, but I remember everything about the first night. It was the worst night of my life.
There's a movie called Sands. What if it's on Netflix? Hold on, let me see. And I didn't see nothing about Trap. I didn't see nothing about elephant lines. Sands, the movie? No, that ain't it. That's white people. No, that ain't it. But if y'all do know, let me know. Goodbye, Trap. Oh my God. I can't take y'all.
Up until that point in the process, we were at an off-campus house in Atlanta, and every night had been over at a relatively reasonable time.
Child, they were in the ATL. Y'all know what that means.
She was fucking his best friend. So, you know, I mean, everybody's fucking down here in Atlanta. I don't know what to tell you. They breeding like rabbits down here. Everybody getting ass.
Shout out to the ATL and TLA.
I don't think I have to tell y'all that it was normal to be up super late in college. The night we started pledging was different in two distinct ways. We drove way out to one of the older brothers' houses that we visited during pre-pledging, and we had to sit in our car for like 3 hours until we got the call saying that they were ready for us. And this brother was like 40-something years old, by the way. In this video, I'm going to talk about the first night that we went online and how scared I was.
I was scared shitless.
You realize that not only were we children going through this, we were I was 19 years old.
Oh, yeah. I had just turned.
Oh, no, not the frontal lobe. Oh, no, now we was children. Now we children in college. Okay. Lord help you.
Yeah,
right when we started.
Yeah, so we're 19-year-olds. Not only was I 19, I had facial paralysis when this was happening. So not only are we going through this as teenagers, but people who are barely older than us are the ones in charge of our safety. And I don't know if you remember being 2021. I was not in a position to be. I was not smart.
I was not smart.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's my main point, is that we're not, like, the fact that we were trusted, or we trusted ourselves with that kind of responsibility, is also daunting in retrospect.
Right.
In the fall of 1989, 18-year-old Morehouse College sophomore Joelle Harris collapsed during an Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity ritual and died at the hospital. The pledges were reciting fraternity history, just like we had to, and there were punishments for getting information wrong, which we also experienced. Back in 1989, things were rougher than they are now, for the most part.
Let's get the brand up to. There we go.
That's that Kappa Alpha Psi. Yes, sir.
Oh, shit.
They were on.
I forgot all about that shit. I can't do it. I could never, ever. Yeah, that's fine. Just let me know, because I would like to at least see what that mess was about. I don't know if I can watch that. I don't like stuff like that.
Of major crackdowns on hazing, but it was still very prevalent, both before and after.
Beating somebody is dumb. So what does it lead to?
Oh, no. Is he going to try and come out here and act like don't nothing happen? Shout out to this jackass.
Yes, I'm speaking to you.
So Waco got it. It is Burning Sands. I have never heard this before. It's from 2017. Alfred Woodard is in there. Steve Harris is in there. Trevor Jackson is in there. Okay. Oh, wow. It's on Netflix, y'all. Oh, Sugar Honey Iced Tea. I'm going to have to try to watch it. This is about Zurich Condell is a student at Frederick Douglass. Oh, no. Oh, no, not Frederick Douglass University, and is proud to be a pledge at a famous African-American fraternity. But anti-hazing rules have driven this Hell Week underground, and the veteran members of his fraternity have degenerated into a pack of vicious, drunken, sadistic louts. Not sadistic louts. It looks like it's on Netflix. I have to look for it. I'm not watching it tonight, though. I stick with A Different World. But thank you, boo. I found it. Now back to this tether. Oh, Lord, help your people.
You can't come back from death. It's led to massive lawsuits. It's led to Divine Nine spending millions of dollars.
You about to say, I try to tell ya.
You can't come back from death. It's led to massive lawsuits. It's led to Divine Nine spending millions of dollars on settlements because some fool decided to hit somebody and made somebody run and somebody died from exhaustion. That is stupid. A mother or a father does not send their child to college to return home in a body bag. That is not what the process is supposed to be about.
Harris was subjected to a circuit of punishments, including one called Thunder and Lightning, which involved getting hit in the chest and slapped in the face. Another was called Free Fall, which involved elbows, slaps, and punches to the chest. He collapsed in the midst of all this, and the postmortem showed abrasions that looked like fingernail marks on his chest. Members denied striking him, and his cause of death was an abnormal heart rhythm linked to congenital heart disease. His mother, Adrienne, crusaded against pledging after his death, and the MPHC banned traditional pledging 4 months after. Alpha Phi Alpha's most recent death that we know of occurred in 2018 when Tyler Hilliard collapsed while pledging at UC Riverside. Attorneys discovered that university officials investigated hazing allegations years prior, indicating that this was an existing pattern of behavior. My chapter considered themselves too evolved to hit people in the chest and slap them in the face, since those were all known to result in deaths and serious injuries. Instead, they resorted to things they considered to be safer, such as slaps on the back, shoving, intense exercises, psychological abuse, paddling, and occasional attacks to any other part of the body.
You know what they could use, y'all? I am willing to become a part and make sure. Listen, hold on. I can sing. What should I sing to the pledges? I can come through while they on with their backs against the wall. Can't help it if I want to. Could I can come through and sing because Trinidad said that I'm a torturer when I'm singing, so I can do that. Oh, so now my singing is past hazing. Give me a song. And then they could be in the pool room here, and then they can be having their backs against the door, and then I come through, and then I can sing. They could be blindfolded. I'm offering assistance. That's all I'm here for. You don't have to touch them. I'll do it. I'll sing. You're such a jackass. I'm willing to help. I'm offering solutions to help with this problem. Don't come for me. Shout out to Rich Turner in the building. I appreciate you, boo. He said, BBB bed deep. I didn't haze nobody. Right, like he did. Allegedly, of all people. Okay. It's supposed to be team building, not the death penalty. Shut the hell up, you jackass. Blade said that's life in prison for cruel and unusual punishment. Don't jump on the bandwagon. Don't be led by the MSG King. Y'all crazy.
Was considered safer to target.
I'm just trying
that first night at the older chapter brother's house was like getting jumped into a game. That's really the most accurate way I can describe it. It started at 3 a.m. or so. It felt like a ceremony that was going to end in us being on almost level ground with the brothers of the chapter, with us crossing the burning sands into the next phase of pledging. Then the mass.
Oh, that's why this movie is called Burning Sands. Wow. We be learning, y'all. We be learning.
We were wearing were pulled off our faces, and we were immediately sent into a barrage of physical abuse that had no connection to the accuracy of any information we were reciting. It was an excuse for young men to beat on even younger men in the garage of a much older man. It was confusing, loud, and terrifying. If we made a mistake, or they just felt like it had been too long since we were hit, we had to take more punishment. We left with contusions and scratches and met back at the original off-campus house every night after that. We'd usually get a more peaceful session after the really intense nights like that, so we could recover and have some sense of normalcy, which is all part of the manipulation. If it was super violent every night, nobody would make it through. There were nights where we weren't touched at all, and our time was spent reciting info, doing skits or songs as part of our nightly routine, then going home.
Oh, but they can do skits and sing, and it's okay, but not me.
This helped further the idea that we were responsible for them hurting us. For the most part, the process followed the whims of the dean. If he had a girl over or just didn't feel like doing all that shit that night, it was an easy night for us. No matter what, though, we had to sit around one of our line brothers' apartments waiting for the call. We knew it was going to be a rough night when the call didn't come in until after midnight. Or if it was a weekend, when more of the brothers would be free to haze us. Homecoming is always the worst night because that's when the alumni were in town and would walk in the house like, you know my name? We had to memorize the names of every line and line member that crossed before us.
Child, all these old motherfuckers coming up in here, do you know my name? If you don't, go find your wife and go sit down somewhere and eat a hot dog. They over here going into this place, this person's place to say, child, there's just so many things that are just not for me. That's just what it comes down to. There's just so many things that are just not for me. This sounds effing crazy, child.
Stretching back to 1999. So we panicked trying to put a face to a name without being able to look them in the eyes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that was one of the rules. No eye contact, along with walking on grass and all the rest of it. Usually we just discreetly steal a peek at the brother in question and then pass the info down the line. Imagine being 19 years old and 6 to 8 unknown men step into a room that's already hostile and full of older college students. These new men are anywhere from 30 to 45 years old. Most are bigger than you. And you know most of them are not here to be an ally. They eat all the food you had to buy for the house while mocking you and participating in your punishments as a way to show that they still got it. It's just a big ego stroke for everybody involved. Were there times where brothers were either...
Ew, not an ego stroke, but y'all wanted to do it. Welcome to your life, because you asked for it, you got it, Toyota. I'm just saying.
Acting out of ego, acting out of just mocking someone that's younger than them and abusing their power.
Absolutely.
And times where you felt that the physical harm crossed the line.
I know you effing lying. 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 Wow. Allegedly. Allegedly. Can we start putting the allegedly through, please? And thank you.
So if all those things are true, can you still say that this is something we should be doing at all? And also, I would ask you to factor in what's going to be a big part of this video I'm creating is all the deaths and the way they've ways.
Damn, all I see is those muscles. Hey, boo. Hey, boo. Nice arms you got there. Focus! Oh, sorry.
Some people have died just as a result of doing strenuous exercise and nothing more. And so if that's all it takes to create such a drastic result, a drastic outcome, going further than that, which is any form of laying your hands on somebody, right? Can you still say that that has a justified place in the pledging process?
This is so hard. This is so hard to reckon with because I guess for me, it always comes down to like, how do you earn your stripes per se? How do you earn your spot being here? Being a part of these orgs is not a given. It's a privilege.
It's a privilege.
And it's, for me, it's if we get rid of that, what is the alternative?
Remember Caleb Wilson? He was allegedly...
If you get rid of the hazing, what is the alternative? How about you pay your dues and you're in? Like, what are we talking about right now? That sounds crazy.
Punched in the chest by a graduate of Southern University, Caleb McCrae. These older members don't just sit and watch. They paddle you, slap you, push you, and wrestle you. I often considered leaving.
Wrestle? What are we wrestling for?
And fought back often since I had an anger problem. But the frequent message disseminated by the chapter was that dropping line is a sign of weakness, that you're tougher for sticking it out. The most compelling part of that psychological manipulation was that I'd be leaving my line brothers defenseless, since I was the line member in the back. We call that person a tail in the D9 organizations. Usually it's just the tallest person on the line, since we always line up in height order, but I actually chose it since the line brother directly in front of me is 6'2" like I am. 19 felt mature enough at the time, but in retrospect, we were teens being tortured by young adults. It gives me a new perspective on what people go through joining the military before they can legally drink. Except this was worse than anything you're legally allowed to go through in basic training. Pledges dying in twos is not a one-off anomaly. On November 20th, 2010, East Carolina University students Victoria Carter and Breonna Gather, both 20 years old, died in a car accident after flying off the road in Greenville while pledging with Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Camille Arrington was designated as their driver by members of the chapter, and she survived, along with 19-year-old Taylor King. Arrington was charged with misdemeanor death by motor vehicle. She was apparently suffering from excessive and overwhelming fatigue, exhaustion, and sleep deprivation, according to the lawsuit, and fell asleep behind the wheel. This incident is the latest occurrence of hazing-related death that we know of, attributed to Delta Sigma Theta. This particular story isn't over. I'm going to bring it back after I break down the pledging practice known as Hell Week. Real quick, there's a stage before Hell Week where your restrictions are lifted and you're allowed to fight back against the chapter members, at least within my chapter. Alphas call it ape stage, since the ape is the unofficial mascot of the organization. Essentially, you could be in a situation.
I know he did not just say the ape is the mascot. Hold on a second.
Before Hell Week, where your restrictions are lifted and you're allowed to fight back against the chapter members, at least within my chapter. Alphas call it ape stage, since the ape is the unofficial mascot of the organization.
How in the hell are these Negroes using the ape as their mascot? And then as soon as somebody out here say something, it's a racist. Explain. I need someone to help me understand how. I can't take this, y'all. I can't take it. This is crazy. 85% of the Supreme Court are D9, and nearly all presidents since 1825 are D9. Who told you this? These white people are D9? Is that what you're saying? Is that allowed? That's not allowed. I need somebody to explain the ape situation to me first. Because, child, how the hell you going to take on something that's allegedly racist and just take it on? But anybody else in the free world, ChatGPT, anybody else in the free world that says it, all of a sudden everybody is fucking racist. I'm just saying. I can't. It's too much. This is crazy.
Essentially, you could be in a situation where one of the chapter brothers push you and you push him back, then everybody clears out. It's essentially a one-on-one cage match between you and that brother. And everybody else just circles around and watches. I chipped my bottom tooth when I body slammed a member of the
child. Did anybody see that?
Chapter after he called me out one time. We're also given bricks to take care of that have the fraternity letters and our chapter initials on it. We have to take care of them during set, which is what we call those sessions that we met up at. Sometimes the chapter members will try to take your bricks while you're reciting information, and you'll get in trouble if nobody notices that or tries to prevent it. You know, just mind games like that. We got to hold those bricks out like dumbbells on a regular basis.
Child, I had to go to work at McDonald's. I didn't have time for this. Child, I had to go have a baby. I didn't have time for this. Ain't no way.
While reciting information. Okay, Hell Week. It's one of those terms that doesn't really need an explanation, but at the same time it does, because it's worse than whatever you're thinking. It's not one of those superficial labels. It just means the chapter members up the ante a little bit and don't let up for a week. There's new, more creative forms of torture rolled out specifically for your last week of the process. In our case, meaning within my chapter, not only did the physical violence ramp up for no apparent reason, there was also new abuses. Eating a raw onion without vomiting. Extended exercise periods where breaking formation or position meant more violence. Sleep deprivation. Being taken out into a forest and forced to find each other blind.
I know y'all don't want to hear this. This is what I'm hearing. I know y'all don't want to hear this. This is what I'm hearing. As long as black people are performing violence on black people, everything is acceptable. But if it's anybody else, then it's a problem and it's racism. Allegedly. That's what I'm hearing here. Everybody knew what they was getting into. Everybody knew what was going to happen. Everybody knew how it worked. Everybody was willingly going in there. Everybody paid their daggone money. Everybody stayed after the first, second, and third time. Not everybody, but you know what I'm saying. So it happened and you stayed. You came back, it happened, you stayed. You came back again, it happened, and you stayed. So you like it. You like it, I love it, okay? Don't give me no, I was young, oh my God. Because you know when them biatches say that shit, I'll be like, bitch, you knew how to fuck. Then you ain't young. Save that shit for your mama, okay? You was out here, you knew what the fuck you was doing. These people knew what the fuck they were doing. You like it, we love it. Don't act like, oh, you all innocent now. Oh my God, it's not fair, y'all. I knew it. That's why I didn't do it. I'm just saying. It definitely, that's who I think of every single time they talk about, she was young. She knew how to have that super producer, whatever his name was, and she knew how to go to Diddy thereafter, and she knew how to do freak offs and all that other shit. She was young my ass. Anyway, that's what I'm learning today. Shout out to Wrench Turner. I appreciate you, boo. He said, boys out here pledging Pookie, find Pookie, and beating the brakes off of each other. You mean out here in the streets right now? I agree. GANGs, I know that they do initiations, I guess is what you call it, too, right? But then they be like, you gotta be taking people out. No, people crazy, child. I ain't got time. But don't forget the whole message. This is my message, is what I'm getting. Long as you black and you doing it, it's okay. But anybody else do it, it's a racist. Anyway, come on, child.
Folded while making animal noises. The list of humiliations was extensive. Again, they considered themselves evolved since they didn't do any of the more disgusting things some white fraternities forced pledges to do. But it's just more excuses to assuage their guilt. Hell Week is a different experience for everyone at each chapter. The Deltas I mentioned earlier had a version of Hell Week where they ate a Delta apple, which was that same onion I mentioned before. And some of their exercises match ours too. Delta chair, where they...
I feel like people do eat onions raw, don't they? I mean, I will eat onions raw cut up, right? But not a whole bite into an onion. I bite into a tomato, though. That's good. No. All this sound crazy, child. Crazy. Shout out to Kofi. I appreciate you, boo. He said I snuck in quietly, but these mofos worse than what I went through for Army basic training and becoming a brother of the craft. If you know, you know. I don't know. The craft sound like what is it called? With witches in whatever the male version of a witch is called. That's what that sound like. That makes sense for the military, though. I mean, I'm not saying it makes sense, but I've heard about that too, clearly, because of the family and everything. But I'm just saying. Whence you come. What is Sank fan in the building. I appreciate you, boo. He said, hey, Michonne, and peace to the chat for the coffee fund. I appreciate you, boo. My dad, RIP, blessings to you, hun, was retired military and a proud Q. He didn't broadcast it and never pushed for me to join. Shout out to your dad. Rest in peace to him. Not everybody, of course, pushes their kids to join, but if you do decide to do it, they definitely would prefer that you join the fraternity or sorority that they join. That's how it seems to be in my family. More women than men. It was Delta in my family, but they were married in too. So technically, is it my family? All right. Technically not. But I never heard what they went through. I'm gonna have to ask my dad. Now, y'all, I'm gonna have to ask my dad. Maybe he will tell me. There's certain things that he just will not tell me, but maybe he will tell me if he got hazed when he joined the military. And I'll let y'all know. Reaper said the white ones are worse. How you know? Allegedly. How do you know? Med School said Messi has karaoke Monday. I'm going to have Echo Thursday. No shade. This is Echo as well. Okay. That's why I told Trin you got to use the Echo version because it sounds better. Okay. Get your microphone. You need a microphone? I'll send you the link, boo. Decline said, same from the military. My dad was Air Force and so was I. Oh, so if your father was in Air Force, he encouraged you to go into the Air Force because most of the men in my family all were Army. If you believe it, being from a Navy town is crazy. But all of them are Army. My dad is Army as well. That's funny, actually, now that I think about it. Anyway, come on, child. Hurry up.
They stood on one leg and held a brick above their head. They also lipstick, which was hot sauce smeared on their lips. Sadistic shit like that. Some people are beaten bloody, experience even more extreme sleep deprivation, etc. We saw our share of bloody moments, but we encountered some chapters that had it much worse than we did. Unfortunately, some don't survive it at all. Donnie Wade Jr. was a 20-year-old student at Prairie View A&M in 2009 and died while pledging Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. He and his fellow pledges were put on a strict bread and water diet, got paddled, did the exercises.
Bread and water?
They do these exercises at 4 to 5 in the morning when the pledges were sleep deprived, and the workouts included things like elevating your feet 6 inches off the ground, Indian runs where
Oh no, here we go.
we all run and the last person in line has to sprint to the front over and over again. Bleacher sprints, knuckle push-ups, you name it. We did all that stuff too. During one of their sessions, Wade collapsed.
I am being hazed when I go to see my trainer, y'all. So listen, y'all remember this. If something happens to me, you know where to start. You heard? Because I have to do the same things. Now y'all know. I didn't know that that's what it was. See, I can't blame anyone though because I pay for this torture. Okay, I pay for the torture. They are paying for it too. I guess it's my fault, but y'all now you know. It will be his fault. So y'all make sure you handle that.
And never regained consciousness. Fraternity members told investigators that some in the Delta Theta chapter of Phi Beta Sigma were more concerned with, in their words, avoiding a paper line of non-hazed members than they were in the safety of their prospective initiates. Donnie was a biology major, studying to be a doctor. Wade's mother, Katrina, blames hazing for taking her only son from her.
Oh.
She said, "I will not rest until I am sure no other families will go through what we have."
No, that's not gonna work. Oh, y'all, I can't take it.
I crossed in fall 2009. Donnie died when I was in the middle of my pledging process, and I didn't even hear about it at the time.
I was about to say, did it get you to stop?
The culture of secrecy and suppression is so heavy.
Secrecy and suppression, y'all. That don't sound good. Secrecy and suppression. The culture of secrecy and suppression. Ooh, maybe that's the title. The culture of secrecy and suppression.
The fraternities didn't even think to stop what they're doing, rethink their processes, assess their internal ethics. Nothing. That could have been any one of us, and my parents would be the ones filing a lawsuit or campaigning for change. I hope they don't judge me too harshly when they see this, because this story isn't over just yet.
Chill, hurry up.
There's an official national process that takes place while you're wrapping up the chapter process. You put in applications to join the fraternity, show up for a couple of days to go through a quick initiation that involves zero hazing, pay a registration fee, pin fee, chapter dues, all that, which I had to borrow money for, and complete the paperwork. Throughout this initiation, some pledges had to pretend.
Oh no, now we're making bad financial decisions along with doing this mess. Now you're going into debt and you're getting your ass beat. Don't make no sense whatsoever. Maybe that's how we get into these situations, because of shit like this, and it gets passed on and on and on and on and on.
In front of all these middle-aged men that they weren't currently being hazed. The thing is, they know. They all know most of us are being hazed at the moment. And the pledges talk about it openly between themselves. It's the worst kept secret in the world, but the entire system depends on nobody snitching. The main point I want y'all to take away from this is that no one in this system is innocent. The mentors, the regional directors, the chapter advisors, almost all guilty, almost all aware. A Lincoln University vice president of enrollment and student life was cleared of wrongdoing in 1999 after an attorney brought accusations over him watching it happen and saying nothing. As Byron Hurt's hazing doc stated, power has a way of protecting itself. Very few schools get held accountable for this. We had advisors at Georgia Tech who knew it was happening and did nothing. One of them was an alumnus of our chapter and stepped away because he knew for a fact that we were hazing. One of the regional directors knew we were hazing and joked around with us in whispers while we went through the official process. This section is supposed to be a palate cleanser though. Let's get to the good part. All right, this is a part of the story most college students are aware of, the part the public is supposed to see. We crossed on November 13th, 2009 and completed our pledging process. It felt just like the first night, except they're suddenly celebrating us instead of beating on us. After that, you're a full member of the chapter, and it's time to debut for the campus at large in your probate show.
I guess this is what it's all for, child.
There's flyers made, a promo video, you get a crispy haircut and dope outfits, and the whole Black community shows up to celebrate your moment. There's step choreography.
The whole Black community shows up to after you've taken out a loan, after you had your ass beat, after this is your alleged brothers for life, sisters for life. Now, after all that, you're supposed to be like, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Child, please.
We worked on for weeks, elaborate songs and funny skits we had to practice performing every night. Then each member gets their big moment. Step out, say your name, remove your mask, crowd goes wild, women ooh and ah. Half the people there knew you were doing it, and the other half didn't know you at all. For them, it's a hell of an intro. Parents and siblings show up, significant others hold balloons with your number, all that. I didn't have any of it because I was essentially cut off from my community in Atlanta and kept the secret from them, granted. Didn't really care too much though, to be honest. I was just happy to talk to my friends and return to normalcy again. You basically return to campus life with an elevated social status and excuse to walk around with the most gaudy jewelry and shirts on for the rest of the semester. Then, for some of us, comes the crash. I don't know if I said this earlier, but I attended Georgia Tech, the Georgia Institute of Technology, bro. I had to get a perfect 800 on a reading SAT just to get in that joint, and I was an engineer at the time. Our frats like to brag about scholarship and service, but there's no real protocols for the effect hazing has on your grades or your ability to serve anyone. I'd withdrawn from membership in ASU and NESB, was failing 2 classes, and failed another one in the next semester before ultimately ending up on academic probation and changing majors. I didn't really.
Oh, wow. So then you wasted all that time and energy and effort because you had to try to get your Greek letters. I tell you, sounds like fun.
Well after that, but between suffering one semester and partying too much the next semester, school really fell down in my list of priorities until I got my shit together. We're gonna fast forward a couple of lines later, and now I'm in charge of discipline, while one of my line brothers is the dean of pledges. Yes, we perpetrated the same violence that was done to us onto other young men who—
Oh, but that's okay, Sean. It's okay. It's not a problem. Does this not sound like the same shit from the street, though? Yeah, it sounds like the same shit from the street. We watch Chicago and Baltimore and California and Memphis and all the rest of them places, and ain't nobody got shit to say. What's going on in the community by people that look like you, but as soon as one white person comes through, then it's all this hoopla. Oh my God, I can't believe it. It's a racist, and we got to do something about this. They taking us out every day, every night, every hour. Oh, but all that is okay because all this is okay. Allegedly.
Looked up to and trusted us. I perpetrated that violence with my hands, with my voice, with my silence, while others did the same. This abuse included slapping them on the back, paddling, intense workouts, verbal abuse, mockery, and humiliation. The normalization of that violence is what enables a new initiate to keep the cycle
the normalization of that violence.
Cycle going. Everyone just treated it like it was normal, like this was a rite of passage everyone just deals with. None of it is an excuse, and I sincerely apologize to everyone I helped victimize as part of that system. Nothing I say here can heal.
He said that he was sorry. Good for him. I'm sure some of that trauma went away after he apologized.
Okay, baby, I'm sorry. Simple. You know that I was a lot, but I never meant to feel that way, but you never think of my feelings and you do that. You do know that I love you, but at the same time you dislike me. What good thing is you? At the same time I get angry and multiple and you don't care, well, but I do forgive you, but at the same time you don't. Okay, baby, I'm sorry. You gotta think of my feelings, but yeah, I'm sorry.
At least he got right to it, right? Shout out to him.
For that harm we did to you, and I hope you can forgive me one day. But forgiveness is for you. You don't owe me that. I hope you've all found the peace that I'm building for myself. Did you subject others to physical harm after you were initiated?
Yes. Part of the responsibility of brothers once they're in is to also participate in bringing more brothers in as they come through. And some of that includes furthering those traditions and keeping those in place. I will say that from my standpoint, things were not as chaotic as they have been in the past. That is certainly something that a lot of us in our chapter took the time to think about moving forward. Because, I mean, we see the stories too. We know how any sort of incident looks on all of us.
I'll list off the remaining organizations that haven't killed anyone that we know of, but are complicit in serious injuries and psychological harm to survivors. Criminal charges were brought against Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated chapter members in 2004 after a pledge said she was paddled, pushed against walls, and more at Southern Illinois University. Her chest and arms were severely bruised, and the perpetrators included students and alumni. The charges were later dropped, and there's info in the description about another case that occurred at OSU in 2013, where a chapter was suspended. Criminal charges were brought against Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated chapter members at Lincoln University in 2015 after a student was injured during initiation hazing procedures. The 2 chapter members were suspended, then later charged with aggravated assault and lesser charges. Lastly, a Sigma Gamma Rho sorority incorporated chapter at Bowling Green University was permanently suspended in 2022 for severe hazing violations that violated 6 of their student safety policies. They also exhibited a pattern of secrecy and deception in an effort to avoid detection, which happens at every chapter that hazes students. The list of things they did is included in the source, and it's not a pleasant read. So what's being done to stop this?
Nothing.
Well, I left out some of the repercussions and consequences for that reason. There have been serious crackdowns and other situations where the people in charge of protecting these teens and young adults absolutely dropped the ball. The deal that kept Kenitha and Kristen's cases out of court included a financial payout that the families are not allowed to disclose and a promise by the sorority to work harder to end hazing, which I don't know what that means. More than a dozen men associated with Kappa Alpha Psi were prosecuted after Michael Davis's death, including 7 for involuntary manslaughter. Sentences ranged from probation to incarceration. The fraternity was banned from Southeast. The fallout included legislation in Missouri creating a felony for serious hazing and national scrutiny of fraternity hazing practices. In 1996, the Kappa Alpha Psi National Organization paid $2.25 million to David's parents as part of a lawsuit. The 2 deaths associated with Delta Sigma Theta resulted in the ECU chapter getting suspended until 2015, which was a 5-year ban. Victoria Carter's mother, Bernadette, filed a wrongful death suit against the driver of the car and amended it later to add sorority members to the list of defendants. There's databases of chapters that have been suspended temporarily or permanently on the official sites of many of the D9 organizations. But I can tell you from personal experience that it's practically impossible to stop these underground processes.
How do we build that bond?
Exactly.
Outside of that, you know, especially when, like, the only thing that I can maybe think of is like you make that long term, but then it's like, how do you long term college?
D9 doesn't see pledging as a college thing. This is for life. So do you think trauma is necessary to build the correct version of an alpha man?
I guess that's a part of the conversation that we have to be a part of, because the answer is no. The feeling is that's what I experienced and that's what I know. Yeah. And I have seen that work for plenty of us. Like, I don't think I would change anything about how things went with me. I don't think.
No, well, there you go. Congratulations. Child, I don't know what, like, seriously, all right, shit is over anyway. I don't even, like, y'all, child, this is the second time today that I'm speechless. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? I can't have empathy and sympathy for people that decided to do this shit. And they say that they knew what it was, just like I knew what it was. They knew what it was. You decided to participate and do it anyway, right? So what is the real complaint at the end of the daggone day? You like it, I love it. You like it, I love it. And the part now, the only eye-opening part now at this point is the fact that it's a secret. You ain't supposed to say nothing, and all this is going on. And the only reason that it even ever comes out is, God forbid, if something happens to somebody, then everybody, you know, if somebody dies, of course, which is the worst thing, and then their parents, you know, the world finds out. I'm sorry, the world finds out. Or if you get hurt enough, then the world finds out. Then all of a sudden, you know, the world knows and acts like they're so surprised at what's going on and what has happened, when everybody, for the most part, already knows. Then somebody want to do something about it. You get suspended. Your chapter gets suspended. Whatever the hell that gets done. So that school over there, you try to act like they don't do it. And yes, white people do it too. You know, right? Because I don't want to hear it. We know white people do it too, child. And they do. Child, they be drinking. When I was in school, the white people be drinking like crazy. And white people can drink. I'm not saying black people don't drink, but white people can drink. They be beering it up. They got more beer than a little damn bit, right? So then they be getting drunk and playing beer pong and hanging over. Why do white people always at the colleges have houses? So they have their own frat house, similar to Revenge of the Nerds. They have their own frat houses, so they can all be in there. But they also be having allegedly, essays against women, SHs against women and stuff like that, because everybody be drunk. Because, child, even the white women, child, if y'all here, you know you be getting drunk. You know you'll be getting pissy ass drunk and don't know what the hell is going on. Then they got to deal and contend with that shit. Allegedly, in them frat houses. Not a lot, but I'm just saying that just happens. That's just normal for them. Normal for them. But everybody know that this shit happens. But these people still participate. They still pay their money. They still go through with it. After the first thing happens, they go back. They keep going back. And as long as at the end, because I don't understand. Let me tell you, that's just me, right? I don't understand how somebody that you allowed to beat your ass, for lack of a better way to describe it, at the end, all of a sudden is your best friend for life. I don't get it. I don't get it. But that's just me. I know everybody didn't go through with it. Okay, fine, whatever. But ain't no way. But child, good luck to that man and all the people in this daggone thing. Hold on. Oh no, and all the people that was in this daggone that went through all that shit that he came through with. Cause like I always say, it could not be moi. Anyway, so that's it for that, y'all. I've had enough. I really don't have anything else because I thought that shit was going to be longer, honestly. Woo! Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. So that's really it. That's all. And I'm tired anyway, so I'm about to go lay it down. But before I go, we're gonna go out on something different today. So y'all know what's going on. I don't know if y'all know what's going on between Cameron and Dame Dash. I'm not sure that I'm really well versed on what it actually is, but they've been going back and forth, and Dame Dash is taking it seriously, and Cam don't take much seriously. I love Cameron. I love Cameron. No one could ever make me hate him in any way, shape, or form. So he made this song. It is so effing funny. I don't even know if it's copywritten. If it ends up being copywritten, then that's what it is, and I have to remove it. But this song is so effing funny. Plus the beat is amazing. So we're going to watch this and then we done, child. Out of here. Hold up. This is called Cameron Calls Dame Dash Snaggletooth, and this is him over a Fantasia beat and a new freestyle. Child, you can't make it up. Oh, and before I let this play, FDNHT is coming on tonight. So if y'all gonna come over there, if somebody could drop the channel, he'd be on. I think he's on at 8 p.m. EST. I don't know if you're still here, Trent. Drop your channel and let him know what time you're coming on. Child, watch this. This is so freaking hilarious.
I bet nigga owe me one dime. I wouldn't wanna be you. Hey, you better not talk fly. You never know. I see you.